Active search of connections. How can we find hidden connections between people? Remember the classic detective boards, with pictures pinned to them? Here, the connections are investigated and added to the board, usually with red threads. We want to uncover similar connections. That is, given a person of interest, how can we find others who are directly or indirectly connected to this person, particularly when we have a very large number of candidates, say in criminal record databases? How can we start from this seed and without having to compare it against all the others, retrieve those that are connected to it? How can we connect the dots, one step at a time, and build the underlying network of connections? Redthread does exactly that. It is a local algorithm that follows shared pieces of evidence to find connections between data points. Consider these two, Mr. Orange and Mr. Green. If they go to the same cafe, eat at the same restaurant and deposit money into the same bank account, they are likely to be connected. Redthread looks at these shared pieces of evidence between different data points to locally find the connections. Redthread builds an evidence graph with different types of evidence, here locations and bank accounts, and considers the pieces of evidence or clues each person is linked to. Redthread then navigates over this graph, starting from the seed, to find connections through the shared evidence. At each expansion, we discover a new member of the underlying network and how it is connected to those previously discovered. In this evidence graph, different types of evidence have different importance. For example, depositing money to the same bank account is a stronger indicator of connection than visiting the same cafe. We learn the importance of different types and different pieces of evidence by interactive labeling, where an investigator guides the search by providing a label on the relevance of each newly discovered connection. Based on their feedback, these weights of the model are updated, so that Redthread learns to retrieve more relevant connections in the next iterations, and also consecutive runs. In our paper, we show how Redthread helps investigators build cases more effectively when combating online human trafficking. In this context, Redthread semi-automates the process of uncovering organized activities in online escort markets, which is currently manual, limited and time-consuming. With Redthread, we are able to effectively discover escort advertisements for different possible victims that are connected, and hence are possibly orchestrated by the same person, when mining millions of ads posted in the largest online hub for such ads.